Srimati Chandresh Kumari, Minister Culture, Sri A.K. Antony, Minister Defence, Sri Salman Khurshid, Minister External Affairs, Sri Chinmay R. Gehra Khan, President, Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, Dr. Kapila Vatsayam, Trustee, IGNCA, Srimati Deepali Khanna, Member Secretary, IGNCA, Excellencies, Heads of Missions, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely happy to inaugurate the Silver Jubilee celebrations of Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, established 25 years ago in the memory of Srimati Indira Gandhi. The center seeks to fulfill her dream and vision for India as a strong nation where civilization's values, dignity of life, respect for nature and development go hand in hand. The arts and all their manifestations were dear to Mrs. Gandhi. Once she observed, and I quote a few words, "We know that India is what she is because art was alive here as a part of the very life of the people," unquote. She further stated that there indeed can be no civilization without music, dance and arts, for one is not fully, vibrantly alive without them. But she also envisaged heritage as something to be not merely admired and drawn upon, but also to be studied in depth as a means of gaining a fuller understanding of societies and their cultural constructs. The IGNCA was accordingly established as a center that would encompass the study of all forms of art in all their dimensions. The center was inaugurated by her illustrious son, late Sri Rajiv Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, who emphasized, and I quote him, "The center has tremendous challenges. It has to use the most modern technology to protect and preserve the ancient," unquote. He was also the founder trustee of the IGNCA, along with some of the other eminent personalities like Sri R. Venkatraman, P.V. Narasimha Rao, H.Y. Sardar Prasad. The conceptual framework of this center thus took in its ambit all the diverse forms of arts and endeavored to study them through a holistic and multidisciplinary approach. It challenged the prevailing binary approach which separated the traditional from the modern, oral from the written, urban from the rural, and folk from the classical. Given the times, it was a paradigm shift in the existing epistemological models in the study of art and culture. The center has been looking at the fundamental concepts of Indian thought and culture as articulated in the textual traditions and bringing out lexicons and glossaries of these concepts. It has compiled, edited and translated some of the most significant texts of Indian arts and aesthetics, living traditions, region and community-specific studies, lifestyles and cultural expressions of small societies, their wisdom, traditions, arts and crafts and belief systems have been studied and documented with a view to link them to issues of cultural identity, education, conflict resolution, and sustainable development. IGNCA is also providing creative platform for fostering dialogue between the arts and current ideas of philosophy, science and technology to bridge the gap in the understanding between modern sciences, arts and culture. Some of the brightest minds from diverse fields have over the time been associated with the work of IGNCA. The Center has also launched major programs on Southeast Asia, East Asia, Eurasia, and collaborated with several institutions and state libraries around the world to bring together scattered manuscripts, slides, photographs, etc. I would like to recall here what Mrs. Indira Gandhi observed once. She stated, and I quote, "If you wish to know something about India, you must empty your mind of all preconceived notions of what you have read or heard. India is different and exasperating. You will not find any of your formal labels useful. India is many and it is one. It has incredible diversity, yet a bond in unity that stretches way back into unwritten history." Unquote. IGNCA, carrying forward that thought process, has been the forebearer of many new initiatives. The Center was the first to use modern day information technology to document, preserve and revitalize culture and cultural studies. It has held theme-based exhibitions on space, time, Akar, Prakriti, Rhythm and several others. Its publications on fundamental texts and concepts of Indian thought reflect the Center's endeavor to develop new approaches so necessary for developing a more meaningful understanding of Indian culture. Today, as India stands at the threshold of substantive economic progress and scientific development, in the role of culture as a balancing factor between progress and the inner needs of the individual, between his spiritual quest and material aspirations, between technological advancement and the need to maintain ecological parity, cannot be overemphasized. The role of the institutions such as IGNCA becomes more significant in this context. Institutions like IGNCA constantly need to discover and reinvent new ways of establishing a creative and meaningful dialogue between different stakeholders and adding cultural dimensions in the developmental debate. Recognizing the stellar contribution of IGNCA over the years, I am happy to note that the President's Secretariat is presently collaborating with IGNCA for undertaking a multi-volume project on various aspects of the Rashtrapati Bhavan archaeological history, its making, its art and cultural artifacts. I wish the project all success. I also wish IGNCA the very best in its academic pursuits and hope that its network with the universities and institutions both in India and abroad would grow further. I am confident that IGNCA, under the able guidance of its trust, would continue forward its journey for excellence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.